Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Come on, baby. It's 8.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And the Texans first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. On 20. Under 10. 10.
Here's Newton. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. First down, a run with Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
We're set, ready, 20.
Newton on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonnu Smith, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
57. Check 52.
Stewart now throwing on 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready. Let's go one more. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Let's go. You tighten up. Check.
Out of the gun, Newton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's got Smith here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Texans push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Second and 2. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
No. Screen. Shift. Watch the shift.
And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Target. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Gun. I got you. 51. Mike, 51.
Newton. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
51, Mike, 51. Here we go, T. Here I come.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Wild Bill. Gun. Check 59. Mike is let's go, D. Hey! Check 43. Express. Come to me, it's me. Great. What are you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. Forced out to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Throwing is Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Just like that.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. To throw again on second down. Newton. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Makes the score Texans 21, Steelers 3.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Here's Stewart. Going to throw again. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. That's it. Mike,
Throwing on first down. Stewart. And this is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Stewart throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Check 50. Slam.
To throw is Stewart. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, baby.
Now Stewart operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Stewart now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going deep for Brown. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Gano's kick is right through. So a late three there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's go, let's bring it, let's bring it.
To throw again, Stewart. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Stewart. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I got you. Shit! 66, pull it, pass. Right there. Go. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Here's Stewart. Off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Stewart operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They try again with Cohen. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Under crush.
Newton now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Texans push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw is Stewart. Looking to throw on second down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Stewart from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Grant. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. It's complete to Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the Texans first down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Ready? Oh, here we go.
And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Newton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
Texans first down.
Newton now just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. Broken tackle, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, Grant, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Stewart now throwing on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check safety, check safety.
And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
I'm going back to you.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. It's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They run with Breida. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Tight end right. Squeeze. 3 down. Out. Run it.
On 3rd down, Stewart nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Stewart into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. 20. Watch out.
On 1st down, it's Cohen, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he has gets the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 59. Go to base. 59. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
And they will take a knee here.
Stops on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Rip left, rip left.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Stops on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down and goal.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Texans, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.